If you feel like you can't bring anything up with your partner without them getting defensive, like the second you say something, they just shut down or they push back or they turn it around on you, it's exhausting. And it can make you start thinking, why do I even try to talk about this anymore? But here's the part that most people miss, it's not just what you're saying, it's how your partner is experiencing it as you say it. And when you shift just a few small things in how you bring it up, it can completely change how those conversations go. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to talk to your partner in a way that makes them less likely to get defensive and more likely to actually hear you. Hey, I am Jen Funk. I'm a relationship coach and your host, and this channel is where we build better skills to have better relationships. Now, if you have ever felt like every conversation turns into one where one or the other of you is getting defensive, you are definitely not alone. Because the goal isn't to just say things nicer, it's to keep the conversation open instead of shutting it down. Now, today I'm going to walk you through 6 steps that you can start using right away so that you can stop feeling like every conversation just keeps hitting a wall. Now, the first step is that timing matters. So don't bring up important conversations when you're already irritated, right when your partner walks through the door or when either of you is stressed. Pick a calm moment, maybe after having a nice dinner or maybe after coffee on a slow weekend morning. Timing alone can reduce defensiveness dramatically. Step number 2, talk about you, not them. This is where most people go wrong. So if you say, you never listen to me, you will get defensiveness every single time. But instead, if you say, hey, I've been feeling a little disconnected lately and I miss you. Have you felt like that at all? That changes everything. It feels completely different because one version feels like blame, but the other version feels like vulnerability. Step 3 is to slow it down. When your partner gets defensive, your instinct is to just push harder, but don't do that. Instead, I want you to just pause. I want you to lower your tone, soften your approach, and say something like, hey, I'm not attacking you. I just miss you. And I want us to talk through this so that we understand each other. Now, that shift in tone and tempo can change everything. People can only fight when they've got someone that's fighting back. Now, step number 4 is to acknowledge them first. Now, this is one of the most powerful tools. So before making your point, acknowledge theirs. For example, if you get some defensiveness back when you say, hey, you never listened to me, and I expect that you would, then acknowledge them first. So you can say, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't have said never. I can see why that felt frustrating to you. And the reason that is so important is that when people feel heard and understood, then they stop defending themselves. And then you can move forward with your actual point, hopefully in a softer, more neutral approach by saying, what I meant to say was, I really miss feeling close to you. Because that's really what it's all about. All right, step 5, stop trying to win. I did a whole podcast episode on this. You know, if your goal in the conversation is to prove I'm right, well, then you will lose connection. There is a cost to winning the argument. So instead, I want you to shift to what's going on between us right now? How can we get back on the same page and feel connected again? That is where real progress starts to happen. That's when you start on a path to actually finding a resolution. And finally, step 6, know when to pause. If your partner or you is already triggered and you're emotionally charged by whatever was said, right, wrong, doesn't matter, there's nothing productive that's going to come out of that conversation. You have to take a break. You have to come back later and try it again. Now, this isn't avoidance, this is an actual strategy, and it's important. You can't resolve conflict when your emotions are already running hot. Now, how you might do this is just say, hey, it sounds like we're both getting a little wound up. Can we take a break for maybe 20 minutes and then come back and try this again? Or maybe it takes longer. Maybe it takes longer than 20 minutes. Maybe you decide to talk later that night or even the next day, but be willing to delay the conversation when you need to, but only with the agreement that you will come back and talk about it again at a specific date and time. Now, even with those 6 steps that I've just given you, you can't force your partner to stop being defensive, but you can change how often it happens. And you can completely change what happens next when it does. Because instead of the conversation shutting down or turning into another version of the same fight, you can start creating conversations where your partner actually stays open and hears you, and where the two of you can move forward instead of getting stuck in that same cycle. And that's really what the goal is here. It's not perfect communication. It's not never triggering each other again, but it's learning how to stay connected even when something hard comes up. If this is something that you are struggling with, I do want you to keep going with me on this, because this video is part of a full series on defensiveness. There are 2 others. So in another video, I break down why your partner gets defensive in the first place and what's actually happening underneath it. And then in another video, I walk you through what defensiveness is doing to your relationship so you can see how it's really having an impact. So make sure that you do watch those videos next. And if you want to go deeper than what I cover here, I've got free resources on my website, which is jenfunkcoaching.com. It walks you through simple ways to start improving your communication right away. I also go much deeper into this on my podcast called Relating with Jen Funk, where I break down exactly what to say, how to say it, and how to handle those moments in real life. If this video helped you, and I certainly hope that it did, please be sure that you subscribe to the channel, because I've got more videos coming that will give you real usable tools to build better relationships. Till next time, take care. If you enjoyed watching, be sure you subscribe by clicking my photo or the subscribe button below, or hit like and leave a comment for me. Let me know what spoke to you. You can also head to my website for free relationship resources. And if you're not done watching, check out a few of my other videos.